Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Amen. Last episode, we decided to find that mage who was apparently paralyzed or missing. He was somehow down here. Didn't really have anything else we could do with him. And once we did, we helped him basically go into these three elemental portals and get some treasure out of there. He gave us a rod, which was a rod of absorption, which I guess might be useful. I don't know. Either way, with that done, it's finally time to go into this dark cave and see if we can speak to the person who will help us into the city.
How did the last battle make you feel? Did you enjoy it?
No more than you, I am sure. I do what must be done. Is that wrong? No, but what were your motivations? You can be violent like any other person, but there is more at stake with you. What were you thinking? I do not recall. How long before your questions mirror Galvary's? I am sorry, but I must know. I must know that you are more human than not. I must know that your poisoned blood has not taken your senses. I must know that the child of Baal in front of me is as sincere as he seems, so I do not get anyone else hurt, pursuing your company. If my word in your eyes are not enough, ask yourself what could be. So you are saying that if nothing could ever make things right, it is me that is wrong. I am looking for excuses to avoid you, and what I feel. I do not recall myself being such a mess. It is time, I guess, to move or get off the pot. Chaos in their passage indeed. You have nothing on me, Frederick Lionheart. Let's get to walking. I have yet more thinking to do. She is done. Okay, moving on. Man, this place is kind of creepy. Oh!
Welcome to my lair. I have watched your progress with great interest.
My, I did not expect a dragon. I must be a grand sight if I interest the eyes of a silver dragon. Your ego swells undeservedly. Interest does not mark approval or support. Do not presume to be in my good graces, Frederick Lionheart. I am not as tolerant as others of my kind. I am Adalon, the Guardian, and I have done my duty as well as I have been able for many a century. I was not the first, but I know the history. And you are truly a magnificent sight, my lady. I am awed. Yes, of course, but I have little time for your starry-eyed fawning. Listen well to what I say. My charge is the elven ruins above, an ancient temple that marks the gateway to the Underdark. There are others elsewhere, but this was the first. The first what? The temple marks where the elves of dark hearts first descended, truly separating from elven kind and becoming Drow. The Drow keep the outpost of Uthtanatha here as a symbol, one that is fought over regularly, though I have governed the hostilities and seen peace for decades at a time. But there has been a crime here recently, and I can no longer honor my commitment. I will ask your assistance, and in return, I will aid you. Speak on. I will listen and see what I can do. Silence! I will tell you when you may speak. This is a very important matter, and I will not be interrupted. Well, excuse me, ma'am. Of course, my lady Adalon. Frederick, do keep quiet. The Drow respected the borders of this place for centuries, only venturing out for sport and small skirmishes. That was the balance. The two you seek, this body and John Irenicus, I believe they have made a deal with the Drow for their own safe passage and offered a way to tip the scales against their elven enemy. It is unfortunate that they did not offend you in some way. We might have been spared the headache of this journey if they had to face an angry Silver. You may ask why I do not extend my influence. I cannot. Irenicus bargained with my most prized possession. He violated my lair and stole from me. They have taken my eggs. Vile creatures. Such a crime is unthinkable. I have been informed that to move from my lair is to cause the destruction of my eggs. It is the final straw in a long list of atrocities I have been witness to. Bull shakes with disbelief. Such a crime will not go unanswered. You must retrieve them to me. Do this, and I will reveal a safe escape route to leave the Underdark, one that emerges close to where Irenicus plots his next move. In addition to placing you near your target, I will also make a gift of an item from my hoard. It will be powerful and worthy of your service. I wonder what it is that you think I can do. You asked me to face an entire Drow city. I realize the danger of the request, but I do not ask you to simply assault the place. No, there is a much more subtle way to succeed. You will take the identity of a group of Drow I dispatched recently, a party from another city destined for Usnatha. To become such a hated thing, I do not look forward to that. I will transform you, and you will be able to pass among the Drow with ease. They will not see through the fiction I create. When you arrive at the gate, tell them you are from the city of Ched-Nasad, and that you seek sanctuary within Usnatha. I question the logic of this. I do not know the ways of the Drow as well as I should. Improvise! They are in the turmoil of war at the moment and will overlook much. They will not turn away extra hands. You will not be discovered by any other means than your own mistakes, so be careful not to make them. Let the casting begin, then. Yes, let it be done.
It is done. You now resemble the denizens of the Drow city, complete with a house insignia that will not draw undue attention. I suggest you act like Drow when speaking to anyone you meet.
You will also have knowledge of the language of the Drow, and your speech will be heard as though you have spoken their dark tongue all your life. The illusion will last as long as it needs to. Trying to leave the city through their main gate to the surface will dispel the magic. You will be on your own against impossible odds. I am sorry, but I must protect my interests. The only safe escape is through my influence once my eggs are recovered. I will do what I can, Adalon. I thank you. Remember, you are from the city of Ched-Nasad. Take a Drow name as well. Use Veldrin. It is commonly used. Okay, then. I have encountered Adalon, a female silver dragon who is desperate to have her eggs returned. She normally guards the path to the surface from Drow incursion, but Irenicus and Body have stolen her eggs and given them to the Drow, and she can do nothing for fear of her eggs being destroyed. She has turned me into the likeness of a Drow with the name Veldrin, and bade me to return to the nearby city of Usnatha in search of her eggs. Once her eggs are returned safely, she will show me to the surface and reward me with an item from her hoard. Okay, then. Well, this is a fair mission, then. We shall do what we can. Besides, silver dragons are the kinder dragons. They are not the evil ones. This is something we can do. And we do indeed, I think, look like Drow. It's kind of hard to tell from the direction we're facing. Yes, I noticed the poke.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Alright. Now, onwards to
As you ask.
Usnatha. We'll save once we stand outside. Just before we begin. This is gonna be an interesting task. Alright, into the city of Usnatha. Oh.
not question the matron mothers.
Who is there? You are Drow, but there are no scheduled patrols this day. Identify yourselves! Intruders without cause will be killed where they stand. Speak your purpose. I am Veldrin, from the city of Ched-Nasad. My apologies. I merely follow my duty in questioning you. You are welcome to pass, Veldrin of Ched-Nasad. There would normally be an extensive questioning of you, but we were expecting your group from Ched-Nasad. Your late arrival has delayed the plans of Solaufain. Enter quickly, and be sure that you seek Solaufain's counsel. He of the Male Fighter Society will instruct you on your conduct within Usnatha. Be aware that your welcome is conditional, and that if you fail to meet with him or fail him in any other way, you will be hunted for sport by all that care to join in. The Male Fighter Society is in the north of the city, past the Female Fighter Society and just before the Spider Pit. Okay. It appears that Veldrin, whose form I hold, was expected in the Drow city by a Drow commander named Solaufain. I am to meet him at the Male Fighter Society, in the north end of the city, past the Female Fighter Society, and just before the Spider Pit. Not doing so would likely look suspicious. Alright. So here we have Aboleth Tank, Usnatha Bazaar, Tavern, Female Fighter Society to upper levels, Kilu's Home, House J. Lat, Male Fighter Society, Temple of Lolth, Dayrex's Tower.
It shall be.
There, get the Yankee here. Interesting. Oh. Dola Faldu. Torturers. Do not torment me with your words, Drow. You have no intent of releasing my spirit from this physical prison, I know. Do not disturb our lessons. Benefit can be had from these simple informants. Aboleth tank. You must move closer with the creature in the tank to converse with it. I am closer! A loathsome fish-like creature floats within the tank. Long, leathery tentacles grow from its head, and the smell of rancid grease hangs about the tank. For the moment, the creature is motionless, as if sleeping.
To walk apart from house
I greet you, Male, in the name of the Spider Queen and all the glory that is Usnatha, the first city. Would you care to take a look at the wares I have available? What wares are you talking about? The beast cage behind me, of course. They are ensorcelled to obey commands for a short time. Amusing as pets, although they won't follow for long, I'm afraid. A few of the Fighting Sisters have been buying my stock for target practice. It happens to be a good living. Are you interested, perhaps? What creatures do you have available? I still have a strong gnoll, captured leading a group of its fellows on the surface. Tortured and then sold to me, but it is healthy. 500 gold for that one. Let's see, I still have one of the regenerating trolls left. A patrol party captured it not far from the city. Stupid beast, but strong. 750 for that one, if you wish. I have a spirit troll. I do not know much about it. A warrior sold it to me 2 months ago. Difficult to feed, but it certainly is powerful. 1,000. Ah, yes, I have one of the Umber Hulks left still. The sisters love those ones. Difficult to kill, I understand. I charge 1,500 for that one. That's it, actually, at the moment. Care to make a purchase, then? No, I don't think so. As you wish, Male. Another time, perhaps. So do these Drow have,
to walk apart from house.
Welcome to my stall, brother. You will find my blades true and sharp. None are better. But remember well that I will not replace anything once it has been exposed to the surface world. Adamantine weapons and armor decay once outside of Lolth's dark embrace. Is there nothing that can stop such decay? No, and of course we would wish it no other way. It would be a great insult for those of another race to carry Drow weapons. Doesn't that make extended forays to the surface difficult? The Drow do not make extended forays to the surface. There is nothing above that we need. We only occasionally raid for specific reasons. You should know this. Of course. Now let me see what you have in stock. Okay, I don't have anything to sell. Pretty basic weapons, it seems. Spear of Withering +4. Carved from the heart of a rotten treant, this spear smells of death. When held in your hands, it groans a little, as if reluctant to allow a living thing to touch it. In battle, the Spear of Withering spits a foul poison onto its target upon each successful hit. A +4 weapon is impressive. Staff of Earth. Oh! Okay, that would be for the Earth Elemental thing. Robe of the Evil Archmagi. No. And a bunch of scrolls. Ooh, Sentinel +4. A century ago, astronomers noted an unexpected comet coming to Earth offshore of the Sword Coast. An odd occurrence, it was made stranger by the lightweight fragments of metal found days later by blacksmith Huffam Foiruim, who cared little about celestial events. He fashioned the bulk of it into this shield, though the forging took months and the aid of several enchanters. From the heavens? Nay, from my hammer! Okay. I mean, that's a thing, but I don't think we need it. Do you need bullets? I think you're still fine at the moment. Yeah, you're fine at the moment. What about you, Drow?
Do not question.
Enter, and welcome to my store. I offer potions of Drow design, as well as the work of the finest enslaved alchemists. What have you need of, brother? I would have thought Drow potions finer than any other. Why carry anything else? There is nothing better than Drow craftsmanship or alchemy, but we also take what we wish from those undeserving. You should know this. Of course. May I see your inventory now? And he carries potions. Unsurprising. Rod of Smiting. And Rod of Smiting. Struck golems must save versus death or be destroyed. This long, thin rod can be wielded as a staff. This rod has been designed to destroy golems. Any golem struck by the rod must make a saving throw or be destroyed. In the hands of any other than a cleric or mage, the rod becomes unstable. So only a cleric or mage can use it, but it does a lot of damage against golems. That is impressive. And Caligan's Amulet of Magic Resistance. This particular amulet has the initials KP on its back surface. KP, or Caligan Punil, was the general of a small force sent into the woodlands to clear out red wizards. Being particularly fearful of magic, he wore this amulet into battle. Overconfident in the protection offered by this amulet, Caligan finally died when he foolishly ambushed 3 high-level red wizards who lowered his magic resistance before destroying him with their spells. An impressive necklace. Interesting items, but nothing we need. And you, Drow.
To walk apart from house and queen.
Do you wish to see the magic I have acquired? I have many a magical device fashioned by Drow hand, as well as some taken from lesser races that did not deserve them. Alright, and we have scrolls and the like, of course. All scrolls, nothing else. Alright, is there any you are going to learn? Secret word, teleport field, spider spawn, conjure earth elemental, spell turning, cacophene, spell sequencer. Mass invisibility. All friendly creatures within the area of effect be affected by improved invisibility. Oh! Oh, that is good. You already know it. Okay. Do you? You do not. You know what? Buy that one. What is Mantle? Vulnerability to all weapons of +2 or lower enchantment. But a very short duration. While there are other spells available to you, I don't think there's any I want to give you. Not now, anyway. So, okay. You will learn this spell. Thank you. And do the Githyanki have anything to say?
I don't feel like I fit in with the people in the city.
Having no interest in your tongued conversation, have I, Drowling? Stepping away from my ship, or will you be, before skinning you alive I am? Speaking you your tongue as if you must. Speaking to our captain you must be. Dealing with you I will not. Okay then. So that's the bazaar. There does appear to be one other thing over here. Interesting. Or maybe it's actually nothing of note. Alright, leave the torches. And this appears to be the tavern. What is in the tavern, I wonder?
Consider it done.
Many people with names. Alright, let's see.
Do not question the maker
Greetings
of
to you,
others.
O potent male. Stay for a time if you wish. The group of us here are sharing exploits and tales of the past. Something I doubt you Nasadrans have time for, eh? I have a tale for you if you're interested. Something my house mother once told me, in fact. If you're of a mind, that is. Sure, I'd like to hear it. Excellent! My tale. My tale begins long ago when our people first descended into the great depths and dark caverns. During a day when our homes were not carved out of stone and clay. Drow homes were made of twigs and black grasses, grass that many had brought with them into the Underdark. There were few homes, of course, but the largest belonged to the first matriarch. The matriarch led the early hordes of Drow, helping them survive in hostile lands. She was powerful, potent, and cunning, a great boon to her people who admired her greatly. To honor her, a group of Drow set upon the Shark Fiends and stole the stone throne of their king to secretly present to the matriarch as a trophy. They stowed it in the grass rafters of her hall. The matriarch arrived in her hall, and the Drow warriors went to retrieve the throne, but much to their horror, its weight caused it to fall through the grass rafters and crush the matriarch below. It is a sad, sad tale of our early travails in this dark place, and it holds a moral as well. Can you think of the moral, Male? Bullnose! Do not store thrones in grass houses! Okay. I admit I didn't see that coming. Yes! Yes, that's it, exactly. Imbecile! How dare you tell such a moronic lie about the history of our people? Loth will sentence you to an eternity of poisoned agony for such madness. Bah, the Spider Queen has no sense of humor. Now Veyron, on the other hand. You dare? I shall kill you in the name of the mother of all Drow, fool! He is mine. No one interfere. Okay. I'll not interfere. You know, you're the one wielding a sword. Okay, now you actually hit him. I just want to see who wins. I'm not interfering. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for the comedian. Oh no, he's wielding a dagger. Aww.
To walk apart from
The
house and
blasphemous
queen,
fool!
to walk
Now I must go explain this death to the handmaidens. The foul worshipper of Veyron. Here!
Bring 'em on. I ain't done.
Okay. Nim Kalaza.
The best
Ah! I didn't see
is
you
a
approach.
dead
My
servitor.
failing eyes shall net me a blade in my back soon enough, I swear it. I should be at home dying properly like an old male drow, rather than here listening to tales so often. Do you have any tales of your own? I have many tales of my past, but I have told them so often I do not care to repeat my words. Let the younger drow boast and beat their chests as they wish. Can I ask you some questions, then? Go ahead and ask if you need to know something. I suppose I am old enough that I could sit still and answer a query or two. Tell me of House Despana. A strong house, branches of which you'll find in cities other than simply Usnatha. Many of the great families have their beginnings here in the first city, yes? Despana is high in Lolth's favor, and many say that it schemes to place itself above all others here. I know little of such plans, however. Go ahead and ask if you need to know something. I'm going to leave the other two questions alone. Barag.
Do not question the making.
We are telling tales, Male, of our feats in history. It is an old custom of Usnatha, something you would be unfamiliar with, Nasadran. Tell me of your own feats, then. I have slaughtered many in my time, Male, so do not ask such a question as if I have not. I am as battle-hardened as any in the fighter societies. I took part in a glorious running 100 years ago, when a cavern leading to the surface was found. I helped raid the communities during the hunt. Many pathetic humans fell to our blades in that running, in memory of Usnatha. I stumbled into a village of the subrace known as Halflings. The diminutive worms scattered. I hunted them all. I have their tiny skulls to this day. The running lasted a week before the humans marshaled their defenses. The humans collapsed the tunnel, but one day we shall find another, and I pray to again be amongst the Drow who will take part in the running. I see. What about the city? What can you tell me of its history? Something of the city's history, eh? Yes, I suppose you would know nothing of it, ignorant lout. Do you even know of the part Usnatha played in the scattering? The scattering? Bah! Are you completely devoid of sense? Your house mother should be flayed alive for her neglect in your instruction. When the magical battles caused the collapse of Bearinden, the great cavern once held by the dwarves, most Drow were crushed. Only the favored survived. Groups of Drow fled the rubble in every direction, seeking new holds to establish their power, set upon by our enemies. That was the scattering, fool! Usnatha was untouched by the Great War, and hordes of Drow came to our walls for protection. Devourers and eye tyrants followed, seeking to eradicate them. For 1 century our enemies waged constant war on us. The walls of Usnatha held, however, and we pushed our enemies back in a merciless victory. Many of the Drow then left Usnatha to find larger living spaces, more resources to plunder, establishing your beloved Ched Nasad amongst other places. There would be no Ched Nasad were it not for the walls of Usnatha. That is the part Usnatha played in the scattering. Do not forget it. Can I ask you about something? I'll tell my own tales as I wish, and I'll not be prompted by you. If you want to ask insipid questions, you'll bother someone else. I'll do that. Yes, you do that. Go. Ilmrin.
Walk apart from house and queen.
Greetings to you, Male. You are one who is recently from Ched Nasad, correct? I have heard of you. We Drow gather to tell tales of our conquests on the surface, our dark stories of our past. It is tradition in Usnatha, this place that was the first. Do you have any tales to tell? I have few accomplishments yet, Male. I completed the blooding but a year ago, when I made a long voyage to the surface with 2 brothers. It is a blinding and foul place, the surface. My brothers and I found one of the surface elves, however, a female, pale and delightful to look upon. She was almost too easily slaughtered. We were hunted by elven patrols, and my brothers were murdered, but I carried the head of the female back to the Underdark. It was considered a fine trophy for a blooding. My matron was pleased, and I sponsored my entry into the Male Fighter Society next year. Any other tales you can tell me? No, not really. I came here more to hear the others speak myself. And Zordon. Greetings, fellow Male. I am Zordon, manager of the Fighting Pit. Here the courageous battle enslaved beasts for the glory of Lolth, and our entertainment. You seem a hearty type. There are several dread beasts that have been captured and await your death blow, if you dare. You are a Nasadran, yes? Recently arrived? I have heard of you. There are many here who would desire to see you fight as well, if you fight as well as they say. Of course, if you are pale and cowardly, you need not make the attempt. The Spider Queen, however, respects only those who are strong. What exactly is involved in this pit fight? It is a simple matter, Male. I open the door for a short time. You enter before I close it. Once inside, I have the beast pushed in to fight you. If you win, you come out and collect 200 GP as a reward, and the satisfaction of a glorious battle. You lose, the slave feasts on your remains. Very simple. What sort of beast would I be fighting? We capture our foes in skirmishes in the dark tunnels, Male. Shark friends, devourers, eye tyrants. Depends on who survives longest, really. Very well, I'll fight in your pit, Zordon. It is gratifying to see such steel in you, Male. You shall first battle an Umber Hulk, a creature of not inconsiderable size. It is angry. I shall open the gate for you now. Go in quickly. If you survive, come and speak to me once you are done for your reward. Go then, for Mother Lolth. Jaheira didn't get in fast enough.
Righteousness shall prevail!
Don't worry, we can kill it. That was easy.
Through destiny
The glory is yours, Mael. I am sure the Queen of the Demon Web Pit smiles upon you, and Umberhulk is no mean opponent. Here's the reward. Now, should you wish to continue to show your prowess, there is another slave who awaits bloodletting at your hands, Mael. A dreaded Nabasu of the lower plains, captured by the handmaidens for crossing a matron mother and sent to fight in the pits. What say you, Mael? Not right now, another time. As you desire, Mael. Already the patrons are impressed with your skills. We look forward to another display soon. Do come again. Oh, don't worry. I'll be right back. I just want to be able to save first. We got the Drow bartender up here. I don't know if he has anything to say.
To walk apart from house and creed.
Is there something in particular you need, Mael? A mug of black mead, perhaps? Or have you found a partner to retire to the lust chambers with? I'll see what services you have. He's got only royal rooms. That's impressive. And drink. Okay, nothing I'm going to take from you right now. Let's look in the other rooms. I'm going to let this episode go a little longer. Just look around the tavern here. There is a second floor, it seems. That door is locked. And here we have a Sondal.
To walk apart from house and
Welcome!
creed.
I trust that you have come to my dueling arena because you are tired of seeing pitiful monsters put to death in the name of sport. A well-respected male such as yourself will know that the only opponent worthy of the Drow is another Drow. I provide the opportunity. The current match is just beginning. It will be an inspiring display of skill on the part of our most illustrious competitor. Yes, show me this duel. Perhaps I'll take my chances with the winner. Excellent. I will signal the combatants and have them commence their efforts. It will be a grand show. If I might have everyone's attention, if I may, with the permissions of our most distinguished females and the interest of our most hardy males, might I draw your attentions to the pit at the fore? The pride of the males of the first house, Master of Blades Lasaunar, is here to prove his ability to us all. He has accepted an unusual challenge. 4 members of the Male Fighter Society have answered a slanderous comment with demands for blood. Lasaunar has shown his contempt by facing them all at once. Watch now, and all concerned will place their lives in the pit, and their fates in their blades. As always, the victor may lay claim to all the vanquished's equipment.
In the name of rule.
Go ahead, Lasaunar. Can you finish off these Drow?
The Drow
Well, you finished off 2 of them. What about the other 2?
The Drow rule supreme.
Well, looks like Lasaunar is indeed a pretty strong Drow. Oh, there he goes.
Do not question the
I am victorious! They were worms, as I said. Their house is weak, their blades dull and listless. Truly a fine display. Have you ever met your match? If I had, I would be dead. None have prevailed against me, and none will. Does anyone here stand to face me? Does anyone dare? I believe there has been a challenge. Do you accept? I will allow time to prepare if need be. We would want both sides at their best. Be forewarned that this will be a one-on-one affair. I will allow no more lopsided slaughters. Not at this time, but I will return when ready. Very well. Return when you are ready. Oh, indeed I shall, but we'll have to deal with these fightings and the like in the next episode, because this one's gone on long enough. Next episode, We'll try out the fighting arenas here, finish looking through this tavern, and move on to explore more of the city. Till then, I'm Chester44, that is Frederick Lionheart, Minsk, Sir, Anamin, Jaheira, Imoen, and Aerie. This has been a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Amen, and I shall see you all next time.